swearing, not cursing, not lying. Um, the way we speak should have improved.
No.
I don't mean you can become more eloquent, but what I mean is that you guard your tongue more. And these are things that you can look on yourself. Do I speak better? Do I only speak good? The Prophet said, speak good or keep quiet. If you believe in Allah in the last day, then say good things or remain silent. So I think having good character is something that we, as we notice, from the heaviest deeds on the scale on the Day of Judgment. And if a person who has good character, good manners, that can be equal to the present fasting. Allah knows best.
Barakallahu feek. Shaykh, join us after the break, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wa salatu salam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters, welcome back to your show, Ask Eman. The show where it gives you the opportunity and the platform, inshallah, to pick up your phone and call us live here in our studio on 0203-515-0769. That's 0203-515-0769. And for those of you brothers and sisters who prefer to send us your messages, please remember all the details that you need to know. It's on the left-hand side of your screen, bi'idhnillah. Brothers and sisters, as if today, inshallah, we have changed our channel. The channel that we used to be on Sky was 769. Now it is 757, and that's the new channel for Eman channel, bi'idhnillah. طيب شيخنا, we've got a question here inshallah via WhatsApp. We'll start with, we hear this a lot in Ramadan, but I guess people still want to know because zakah continues, and that is, what is the reward of giving zakah?
طيب, there are many ahadith which in general talk about the implementation of the 5 pillars of Islam. We know that Islam is bunyan al-Islam al-khams, is built upon 5. And we know that zakah is one of the pillars of Islam. And we know about the example of the Bedouin man, Muslim man. He came into the masjid and he asked what about the obligations upon him. And the Prophet ﷺ told him as he was walking out that he would be a successful person because he said that he would do all of the pillars of Islam. So if a person fulfills his zakah as well as the others, then inshallah ta'ala the paradise can be a reward for that individual, inshallah ta'ala.
Bismillah. Barakallahu fi Shaykhana. We've got a caller. Let's take this caller inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're live Ask Eman, sister. What is your question?
Okay, actually, I would like to ask a question to the Shaykh about the Salatul Tawsi, the prayer.
Salat. Sorry, Salat what? Sorry?
Tawsi.
Tasbih.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how many rakat and how do you pray that? And how important is to pray? And I heard that also that is you have to pray that once a lifetime.
Salat al-Tasbih. طيب.
Yeah.
Barakallahu.
If I said any wrong, mention the name, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure about the name exactly.
No, don't worry. We don't need to mention our names, inshallah, but we'll get that answered for you, bi'idhnillah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Barakallahu feeki. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shaykhana, for those of us like myself, doesn't know what Salat al-Tasbih is.
Yeah.
Can you just explain to us what Salat al-Tasbih is,
Sure.
inshallah?
Okay, so Salatul Tasbih is based upon weak ahadith.
Okay.
Okay, it's weak narrations. So it's not legislated for us to pray. Salatul Tasbih. It's made up, I mean, how it's described in the narrations is that a person will say Subhanallah in a particular fashion, in a number of ways in different places in the Salah, whether it's standing or in the ruku or sujood. However, all the hadith concerning that are weak.
Okay.
Okay, so the authenticity concerning it is weak. So may Allah bless you, sister. You've heard it from somewhere. However, that there's no authentic ahadith stating that we pray. So therefore we say it's not from the sunnah, it's not from the practice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Because I was wondering, how come I've never heard of such? Because obviously we've been doing this show for a long, long time. Not because knowledge-wise, but we've been doing the show for a long, long time. This is the first time I've actually come across Salat al-Tasbih. طب خير inshallah. Barakallahu fi Shaykhana for clarifying that for us. Let's take our next call inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Hayyak Allah, brother. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
My name is Abdurrahman. I'm calling from London.
MashaAllah, brother Abdurrahman. How are you?
I'm okay, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask a question to Shaykh. I wanted to know what is the iddah for older women. My father passed away just before Ramadan, and my mother is over 60 years old. And I wanted to know what the iddah and how can she observe the iddah and what she need to do or can't do.
So you want to know the iddah, the ruling on iddah, yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
for older women, yes.
Abshir, inshallah. May Allah make it easy for you guys.
Can I ask a second question?
Of course you can.
Okay, regarding the recitation in Salat, let's say if I want to recite Fatiha and the 1st verse of Surah Al-Baqarah in my first rak'at, and on my second rak'at, can I jump to the last part of Surah Al-Baqarah, or do I need to follow up the order of the surah?
No problem. We'll get the answer for you, inshallah. Do you have any other question?
No, that's it. That's all.
Barakallahu feek.
Well, feek.
طيب Shaykhana, the brother was asking in regards to iddah. Now we want to know, inshallah, for those brothers and sisters, first of all, what is iddah and how long is the iddah for the sisters?
Yeah. So concerning iddah can be translated as a waiting time or a waiting period. And there are different reasons why a female will have a waiting period or waiting time depending on different circumstances. There may be, if there is a divorce, she has a waiting period before she can remarry. That would be the completion of 3 monthly cycles, menstrual cycles. As for the iddah of a sister whom her husband has passed away, and I ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to have mercy upon the brother who passed away in the month of Ramadan, and to make it easy for the family. May Allah Azza wa Jal give you patience, and don't forget to make lots of dua for your father or the husband, and try to do as many good deeds on their behalf which are permitted for us, like setting up a continuous charity for them. So the waiting period for the wife will be 4 months and 10 days. Now 4 months and 10 days is according to the Islamic calendar. So you work out, you find out what day it was in the month of Ramadan. So let's say, hypothetically, for an example, it was the 15th of Ramadan. Okay, so then you go to the 1 month would be then the 15th of Shawwal, the 15th of Dhul Qa'dah, the 15th of Dhul Hijjah, and then the 15th of Muharram. That would be 4 months. وعشرة, and then 10. Then it would be the 25th. So the 25th of Muharram would be 4 months and 10 days. Okay, so then you work it out like that. So that's the duration of the iddah for the sister. Now during this time, she would reside in the home of her husband. She doesn't live somewhere else. She should not beautify herself with beautiful clothing or with makeup and things like that. Paying out her respects for the deceased husband, and she remains in the home unless there's something that she needs to go about her business. If she needs to go shopping, she needs to go shopping.
Right.
Okay, it's not to an extreme that she's not permitted to leave the house for absolutely no reason. If there's something that she needs to do, then she can do that. But then after that, she returns to the home. These are some rulings concerning that. She doesn't have to wear black, for example. No. That's not necessary. And these are some misunderstandings that some people have. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And is there any ruling for the brothers, Shaykh, when it comes to the wife passing away?
No, so the man doesn't have iddah.
No.
So those rulings are specific to the females, not the males.
Okay.
No.
Barakallahu feek. And the brother was asking us in regards to when he performs his salah, and he recites the first surah of the Fatiha, and then after that Surah Al-Baqarah, let's say for example 10 verses, and then in the second rak'ah he decides to go for the last verse of the Surah Al-Baqarah. Can he do so?
Okay, so when we recite Quran in our salah, it's important to remember that whenever we're going to stop at a particular verse, that we stop at a verse which has a correct meaning. There's a complete meaning. Not correct, but a complete meaning. And this is something that you should go back to. You shouldn't, stop at an ayah which doesn't complete the meaning of something.
Right.
A very common or very simple example of that is this surah, chapter in Surah Ma'un. Okay, so and it's a very short surah, and if a person wanted to somehow just read part of it in their salah, there's a part in that you should not stop. Okay, so the verse is أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين, and then you stop there. فويل, this is, and woe to those who pray. Now of course praying is something that we're commanded to do. It wouldn't be, you're not allowed to stop there.
Right.
So you have to complete the meaning you need to read the next verse.
Right.
All right. الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون. When you wanted to stop there, that's fine, even though there are 2 verses remaining. So you have to ensure that when you're going to stop whatever ayat you're going to read, that you stop at then the meaning is complete.
And is it correct, Shaykh, if you decided to, after Surah Al-Fatiha, you decided to recite any verse of the Quran, it doesn't have to be a full verse? It doesn't have to be a whole surah. It could be a couple of verses?
Yeah, and it can be 1 verse. So I'm not answering the brother's question. I'm going to come to that as well. But if a person just wanted to just recite Ayat al-Kursi, which is 1 verse, that's okay for you. That's permissible, inshallah ta'ala, according to many of the ulama. Now, if you wanted to recite the first 10 ayat from Surah Al-Baqarah, and the meaning is complete, and then in the second rak'ah you wanted to recite maybe the last 2 verses of Surah Al-Baqarah in the second chapter, that is permissible for you to do. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam.
طيب بارك الله فيك شيخنا. We have another question via WhatsApp here. It starts with Assalamu alaikum. We've got 50 seconds. If somebody's committed so many sins in the past, but he's forgotten the sins that he's made, how can he ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive his sins? 40 seconds.
Yeah, so you can be specific about those sins that you do know. And if there are sins that we have committed that we have forgotten in the past, then that may happen with many of us.
No.
That you ask Allah Azza for forgiveness, those things that you have done and that you have forgot about, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has full knowledge about, and that you recognize your weakness concerning that. So you ask Allah Azza in this manner, and that should be sufficient for you as long as you remain sincere. Wallahu a'lam.
Barakallahu fi Shaykhana. Brothers and sisters, please remember to join us after the ad break, inshallah. So we're going to go for a quick ad break, bidhnillah. So please remember to join us after the ad break, inshallah. For me and the Shaykh for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Yo Show, Ask Eman. The show where gives you the opportunity and the platform, inshallah, to pick up your phone and call us live in the studio here and ask us any question in regards to your deen, bi'idhnillah. Brothers and sisters, I'd like to remind you of the number. It's 0203 515 0769. That's 0203 515 0769. And for those of you who prefer to send us messages, please remember all the details that you need to know is on the left-hand side of your screen, bi'idhnillah. So inshallah, we're going to take our first caller. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman.
Assalamu alaikum. Can I ask, is it haram to dye your hair?
Before you ask that question, sister, how old are you?
9 years old.
And did you get the permission of your parents, inshallah?
Yes.
Khalas khair, inshallah. Okay. What color are we talking about here when we're asking about dyeing the hair?
Any color.
Any color?
Yeah.
طيب khair. No problem. I'll get the answer for you. Do you have any other question?
I'm not sure. Let me just go check.
Okay, no problem. طب whilst the sisters are still checking, inshallah, brothers, keep on online, inshallah. Shaykhana, can a woman dye her hair any color?
طيب, Bismillah. So concerning dyeing the hair, it's allowed for you to dye your hair the color that you like, except you don't, or not permitted to dye it black. So it's up to you. And if you're a very young sister, then you should ask the permission of your parents as well. So, like our young sister, mashallah, if she wants to dye her hair, they should ask her parents first and foremost.
Right.
Get the parents' permission. And then, if the parents agree to that, then it's up to her, no problem, inshallah ta'ala.
The same rules applies to brothers?
Yeah. But it's an issue which, to be honest with you, is more maybe the variety of colours. Maybe it's more to the sisters, you know.
No.
Maybe their brother doesn't want to use chestnut brown or is looking for like a blonde colour or something like this, you know. Maybe brother's a little bit more conservative concerning the colours, but yeah, it's up to them. Except that, yeah, similarly, they don't dye their hair black.
Barakallahu feek. Is the sister still there? Brothers? Okay. Sister, do you have any other question?
No.
Does that answer your question for you then? Did we answer your question?
Yes.
خلاص. Barakallahu feeki. طب Shaykhana, the next question we have, what's up, starts with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Can we pray salah when we are angry?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. طيب. Next question.
I mean, I should elaborate a little bit more. I mean, if the person's thinking that, can I pray when I'm angry? I mean, preferably when you're going to salah, before you pray, you want to be calm.
Right.
You want to be able to concentrate and have tranquility and khushu', fear in your prayer. If you feel that something is bothering you so much that you're unable to achieve that in your prayer, then maybe do something which enables you to take your mind off or to calm down a little bit so you can maximize the blessings of the prayer. Wallahu a'lam.
I can't see myself praying when I'm angry though.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, as I'm saying, that you want to be in a position when you're praying that you can concentrate.
No.
If something is drawing your mind, you know, somewhere else, and you can't concentrate in your prayer, then obviously do something to calm yourself down.
Right.
Yeah.
Cold wudu?
A wudu, yeah. Cold wudu may be a good idea, or to do whatever you need to do to calm yourself down, inshallah. May Allah make it easy.
Barakallahu feek. Shaykhana, next question we have, it starts with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Are the fasting of Shawwal compulsory?
The fasts of Shawwal are not compulsory. The only compulsory fasts that we have in Islam are the fasts of Ramadan.
No.
Shawwal are not an obligation, but is highly recommended to do after you complete the month of Ramadan. And if those who have got days remaining from Ramadan, you need to complete those days first, and then you can do Shawwal, the days of Shawwal, the 6 days of Shawwal.
طيب, Shaykhana, I got a question. This is a person who's not from here. Now, we know in Ramadan, the Prophet ﷺ said to us, whoever wakes up in the month of Ramadan, Iman and Ihtisaban, Allah will forgive you your previous sins. Now, in Shawwal, obviously the fasting is different. You're only fasting 6 days to be able to actually do the equivalence of your fasting for the whole year.
Yeah.
Now, do we have to fast with the same mentality that we have for Ramadan, that we're seeking Allah's refuge and Allah's mercy?
Yeah. So the hadith mentions that whoever fasts the month of Ramadan and then follows it up with 6, so that would be, if Ramadan was 30 days and Shawwal is 6, then that would be 36 days. That the Prophet said that كأنه صام الدهر. It is as though that person has fasted the whole year. Now bearing in mind that each of the good deeds that we do are multiplied by at least 10.
In Ramadan?
Any of our deeds, any
Okay,
good deed is multiplied by 10.
Okay.
So if you were to fast Ramadan with 6, that's 36, times that by 10, that's 360.
No.
That's 1 year. That's the reward of a year. So that's the understanding of the hadith.
Right.
So you fasted Ramadan and then 6, that's 36, multiplied by 10, because that's what Allah, at least, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you. It is as though you get the reward of fasting every day in the year.
So doing a good deeds in life is multiplied by 10?
At least by 10, until up to 700.
Subhanallah.
Now, it's mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives an example of how the reward is given to us.
But
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can give more than that.
But I thought that reward was only for the month of Ramadan.
No, this is at any time.
Oh, wow, okay.
At any time, alhamdulillah.
طيب. Barakallahu fiqh Shaykhana. Next question we have, K, is music. It says, Assalamu alaikum. Can we listen to music which is just chilled beat? No lyrics and nothing fast paced to make you dance or anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine what chilled beats are.
It's all subject. I mean, it depends on the person's taste, isn't it? What they consider to be a chilled beat might be somebody else's something else. They describe it as something else.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, to answer this question, if it comes under the title of music, then we say there are two views on that. However, the overwhelming view of the early ulama, of the scholars, interpretation, understanding from the Quran, taken from the Quran and the Sunnah, is that music is prohibited. So therefore, if a person is, it may not have any lyrics, and it has, it could be, it could be described as relatively innocent, or has less impact than other music, which has lyrics and has, maybe a less chilled beat, if you want to put it. But then, if you start with one and then you want to build up and you want to go, the point is that you've allowed that, then you allow that.
Sure.
Because it comes under music. So therefore we say the more correct opinion from the Islamic point of view, that music is prohibited. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us all.
Now I'm just imagining chilled beat or chilled music. I can just picture it. Maybe it's like the spa place that you go to, where you hear sound and, I don't know, like oceans, and all of a sudden the beats coming up.
What place
This kind of spas, when you go to spa.
Oh, spas, yeah. I know what you mean.
So they put on chilled
those
music.
relaxed sounds.
Yes, those kind of things. Is that considered not permissible? It's considered permissible as well?
I don't know.
Because it's got instrument sounds in the background.
Yeah, if it's instruments, then I mean, this is another discussion. Whether you go to gyms or you go to spa. I know the Indians, they go to gyms and they wear headphones and listen to a lecture or listen to Quran or something like that. They're not affected by the music and still can benefit from the gym.
No. But it doesn't push you.
No. Well,
because now I can see. Now I understand what it means by some music is bad influence to you, because one of the examples is when you actually put it on to go to the gym, it pushes you.
It can have an impact on you, no doubt.
So it has 100% got an impact.
I mean, the person has listened to something, they've described it as chilled.
Yeah. So it's making you chill.
They're making you relax.
Right.
So it impacts you.
Right. It's true. Barakallahu fiqh, Shaykh. Next question we have here in regards to dua starts with Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. What dua should we read for financial loss in business?
I don't know if there's something specific to financial loss, but if anyone who feels that they've a calamity befalls them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions this in the Quran. You say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It's not just to do with death only, but it's to do with the musibah. It's to do with the calamity. And that you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to replace you and to give you patience. Allahumma sabbirni, oh Allah, give me patience. Wa khuluf li khayrun min. As was mentioned to Salama radiallahu anha. When her husband Abu Salama radiallahu anhu, when he passed away, that she was told a dua. Allahumma ajirni fi musibati. Oh Allah, give me a reward in in the calamity. وَأَخْلُفْ لِي خَيْرٌ مِّنْهُ, and give me something better
No.
than that what has been taken away, that comes later. So if this is a financial loss, or if it's there's a physical loss, you can make this dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hope that you will get something better or replace in the future. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam.
طيب خير إن شاء الله. بارك الله فيك شيخنا. We're going to go for a quick ad break inshallah. So brothers and sisters, just in case we have a question that we'll be asking after that break, and that is in regards to praying standing or sitting down. So the ruling, they want to know, when are we allowed to stand or sitting down when it comes to performing salah. Brothers and sisters, please join us after that break inshallah to be able to know, or for you to hear the answer to this question inshallah. And brothers and sisters, I'd like to remind you, in case you just tuned in inshallah, the number of the channel has changed from 769 to 757, from 769 to 757 inshallah. And we are live streaming on YouTube inshallah. So if you do want to watch us and you can't find us on TV, just in case, this is a chance which otherwise you wouldn't know. Join us after that break inshallah. For me and Shaykh for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. Welcome back to your show, Ask Eman. Brothers and sisters, I'd like to remind you, inshallah, this is the last segment. So if you do have any question, this is your chance to pick up your phone and call us live here in the studio on 0203 515 0769. That's 0203 515 0769. And before the ad break, I did ask the Shaykh and I gave you a little teaser on what's the answers, well, what the question is going to be, inshallah. So I'll be asking this question now, inshallah. So the question goes with salam, this is from brother Khalid from YouTube, inshallah. So it starts with Assalamu alaikum. When is it okay to pray while standing up or sitting down?
طيب, so in the obligatory prayer, it is an obligation, an absolute must to stand when you're required to stand in prayer. Okay. Obviously, when you're in ruku' and sujood, that's you need to do that. But in the fard, the obligatory prayer, you are required to stand. If, however, you're unable to, and when I say you are unable, if you're physically unable, so you're ill, you're sick, and I don't mean I'm sick, I've got a sore throat, so I'm going to sit down. No, it means physically I cannot stand. Or by standing, it causes me to be I cannot concentrate in my prayer, or may fall down or something like that. I can't keep my balance when I'm standing. Okay? So then you can pray sitting on a chair.
Right.
If you're unable to do that, then you can pray laying down. In the sunnah prayer, any of the sunnah prayers, if you want to pray sitting down, then you pray seated, but you get half the reward.
So this is where I hear a lot of argument. People say, no, who are you to tell us with the half reward? Allah will reward us because based on what the problem that we have. So I know this, I had this argument not long ago, Shaykh, and someone said to me, how can you say to me, I get half a reward by sitting down when Allah knows my condition?
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. If a person is not able to stand...
No, they are able to stand.
Okay, well, the Prophet hasn't told us half reward.
That's what I said, but they said, no, you're not.
Well, that's not from me.
It's
not from me.
Exactly.
The Prophet gave permission to sit down, but you get half the reward.
No.
Simple as. You don't have to like it. Okay, but that's the reality.
That's a fact. But another question in regards to this, because this happened to me in in Ramadan when people are praying Taraweeh. I've seen a couple of brothers where they normally can stand and pray, and this is where the argument came originally. But they sat down, and what made me ask them this question is because I've noticed, because I was praying behind them, they literally pick up the bottle of water whilst they're praying, drink, close it, and continue.
No.
Now, is this prayer valid for them?
Indeed. Okay. So with regards to the nafila prayer, regards to the any nafil prayer, whether it's Taraweeh, Qiyam, or the Sunnah prayers, there are things that you can do in that. يجوز في النافلة ما لا يجوز في الفريضة.
No.
It's allowed for you to do things in nafila prayers, voluntary prayers, that what is not allowed in fariḍah, and the obligatory prayer. That some of the ulama, is minority opinion, that is permitted for you to drink if necessary.
Okay.
However, what seems to be strongest is that eating and drinking nullifies the prayer, whether it is fard or nafila. Okay, whether it's fard prayer or the nafila prayer.
Right.
So yeah, that seems to be the more correct opinion, that drinking water would invalidate your prayer, even though it's a nafila prayer. Wallahu a'lam.
Barakallahu feek, Shaykhana. Okay, we got our next caller. Let's take this caller, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman.
Wa alaikum salam, Shaykh. How you doing?
Hayakallah, brother. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
My name is Imran. I'm calling from London.
Brother Imran, he said, right?
Imran,
do me a favor, inshallah. Put the volume down when it comes to your TV, so that way we can hear you and you can hear us, inshallah.
Is that okay?
That's it, inshallah. So what's your question for us, inshallah, today?
If someone wants to listen to like Islamic lectures online on YouTube,
Nah.
Would you get reward for that? Like if you're seeking knowledge online?
Okay. No problem. Any other questions?
Just that.
Barakallahu feek.
Is that?
Wayak.
Okay, mashallah, that's a good question, and maybe a lot of brothers and sisters are thinking that, I wasn't obviously present at that lecture, and I want to listen to lectures to soften my heart, to raise my iman, to improve myself, raise my status in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, increase in knowledge. Am I rewarded for doing that? Well, if you intend the increase of knowledge, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you accordingly. Even though you weren't present at that lecture, you are listening and engaging with knowledge, with the intention of increasing your knowledge, and decreasing ignorance, as it were. And if that's your intention, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you for the good that you are intending.
طيب شيخنا, we know that when you actually enter, or not even enter, when you're actually sitting down in a gathering or a lecture, that the angels protect, or they put their wings around it to protect you.
No.
Now, does the same ruling applies when you're watching it on on your TV or on your computer?
Okay, so good question, mashallah. So the hadith mentions there are no people who sit in one of the houses of Allah.
No.
There is another narration that majtama'a qawmun, that there are no people who, not necessarily, there's not a shart, not conditioned for it to be in a masjid. It could be somewhere else.
Right.
إِلَّا نَزَلَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ, except that the angels will, because I want to refer the hadith
Sure.
that you have, you've mentioned there. Hadith mentions that if people come together in the houses of Allah, mentioning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name, that the angels will come down and they will cover them with their wings, and that they will seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness for them, and tranquility will descend upon them. It's not a condition for them to be in the masjid. It could be outside the masjid if people gather for the sake of remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Does this apply to an individual listening to a lecture on a computer? Allahu alam. I don't know the answer to that.
Sure. Khair. Barakallahu feek, Shaykhana. We're going to go to our next caller, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister, you're on live in Ask Eman. What is your question?
My question is basically my auntie, my mum's sister, and her husband are going Hajj, inshallah, next year. My mum and me, we lack in mehrams. Is my brother, who's 17, who's going to be, inshallah, 17 and 9 months old, going to be old enough to take my mum as her mehram?
So let me just ask you, so just in case we get this wrong. So your mother and your father are going Hajj next year?
No, my auntie, my mum's sister, and her husband.
Right. They're going to go Hajj next year. Okay.
My mum wants to go because she's becoming weaker day by day.
Right.
But is my brother going to be enough as a mehram, because he will be 17 years and 9 months old at the time of Hajj?
طيب, khair inshallah. And this is for next year, not this year Hajj, yeah?
No, not this year, because this year he's 16.
Khair.
So next year, inshallah, he will be 17 and 9 months.
طيب. Barakallahu feek. Do you have any other question?
No, just that, please.
Jazakallah khair. Now, Shaykhana, just in case as well, what age can a boy or a man, a boy becomes a muhrim? Before we even answer the question.
Yeah. So, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for the sister. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give her the opportunity to make the Hajj next year. And if she wants to take along with her son, who's 17 years and 9 months, whether that's according to the Gregorian calendar or the Islamic calendar, then yeah, for sure. He can go. He qualifies as a mahram for her, and then she goes to perform the Hajj with him, inshallah ta'ala. Is there a specific age? No, the Sharia has not placed a specific age, but has placed down, or the ulama have placed down certain what qualifies as a mahram to travel with her, that he is of age, he is of adult, number one, and that he's able to protect and look after the individual whom he's going to travel with.
Sure.
So the fact he's 17 is if he's of sound mind, then yeah, by all means he can be a mahram for her. And if his mother needs anything, he can go do things for her, help her. So he would qualify for sure, inshallah ta'ala.
Bidhnillah. So it doesn't matter whether he's 15, 16, 14.
As long as he's able to look after her and protect her and help her through things, then that would qualify him.
Excellent. Barakallahu feek, Shaykhana, for being here. May Allah reward you. Brothers and sisters, I'd like to thank you as well for taking part, whether you've watched us or picked up your phone and called us. Please remember, inshallah, tomorrow, Ask Him will be back, inshallah, at 7:30. But remember the channel that you need to be on, inshallah, is 757, inshallah. 757 with Brother Ibrahim. For me and Shaykh for now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.